Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Tropico 4 in the Modern Times campaign in the mission Truth is out there. Well, it certainly is. What that truth is, nobody knows. So far we've had a clone of Penultimo, and I'm not entirely certain we got the right person back. But for now I'll accept that it's probably the same Penultimo we've always come to know and loathe. So that's something to look forward to, I guess. Alright. Let's produce a little bit more fruit. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've got more than enough food on the island, but well, you never know, eh? Can I put a supermarket in here? Yeah, I can. Alright, so I did not... I used to have a very strict building thing, and I think it's like this. Alright, I'll pay for the presidency, which reshapes the whole place. Alright, let's just quick build and get this over with. I've got the money.
That was close, Presidente. We almost got invaded by the USSR. It seems that their officials were not responsible for my kidnapping after all.
However, we have another lead. While I was in captivity, I managed to catch a glimpse of a letter that the clone had received. I'm quite certain I saw the initial CIA on it. This must mean that the kidnapper is somehow connected to the US. He has built several radar dishes to use them to spy on the CIA's transmissions. These will surely contain some information that will lead us to our men. Yeah, I am not entirely certain of that, but building radar dishes isn't bad. Especially if I get enough of them. And this time I don't have to use them to microwave the buildings to get the diseases out of there. Yeah, you can have your money back. Alright. Let's get some beach sites. Since we're not drilling for oil, might as well. Screw that. I just put in a cocktail bar and a tour office, and that should be enough. Now, still plenty of room in the buildings. Yay! Nope. Yeah, tourist dock has no workers, that's not my problem.
Our society is relying too much on simple...
Yeah, well, that's not really my problem, now is it? Let's have a tourism ad campaign.
Today, we have invited Ambassador Lord Juffney in order to find out more about the growing friendship between Tropico and the EU.
I just came back from a splendid luncheon with my dear friend El Presidente. I can assure you that as long as I get to eat your scrumptious Tropican scones with my tea, the relations between our countries will remain splendid.
I'll praise myself. And I'll promise to have sufficient army.
Senoras y Senoras. The importance of the upcoming elections has brought me before you. We are one step closer to our goals. Victory is almost upon us, but we must still push forward. Yes, there are problems. There will always be problems, especially in the current economic situation. The lack of priests, about which I hear so much these days, is one of them, and it will be resolved, as will all others, in time, as the global economy stabilizes. Still, as Presidente, I have worked hard day and night, done quite a job to ensure my worth for the responsibility you have bestowed on me. Gracias, amigos. The development in the past years is obvious to all. Still, there are lots of things to be done. As part of my reform plan for my next mandate, I shall see to it that the size of our army is increased. This speech is no propaganda. You will know it after our victory.
Yep. That looks good. Now, I suppose the general idea is that you build around this. Yeah, a fat load of chance that's gonna happen. But I might as well try to build a road around it. There. Yeah, the people love me, so. Telecom HQ and uranium is more expensive.
Congratulations, Presidente. You have won.
Alright, that should have brought up the working ethic of the people. Let's see. The average pay is equal to the Caribbean pay. Alright, let's put some modern apartment blocks over here. And I don't need extra power just yet. And might as well put a supermarket over here as well. The gold deposit has been depleted. Now, despite it being depleted, it still says there's one gold deposit here. All that really does is just lower the amount of output of gold, I think. At least that's how it's explained to me. Via the tooltip. I think. Yeah, its deep, dark, mysterious caverns never cease to produce its resource. Occasionally dumping of dissidents is not among its designated usages. So that's fine. It does mean, however, that you can't build infinite factories from just a single deposit, even if it keeps on going. Yeah, sure. I am loaded. What do I care about money at this point? The people are happy, real happy. They have everything they could ever want, except for religious happiness, but that's because they're crybabies and all that. And anyway, is there anything in the modern times bracket that I want to do? It's kinda neat, but nope. Don't need anything. I don't need any of the other edicts just yet. The car factory has been unlocked. Well, that's nice. If I wanted a new piece of industry, the car factory produces cars from iron and or bauxite. So finally a use for bauxite! Yay! Well, there's also, of course, the electronics factory. But I'm not producing either, so... Let's see. I could build the aerodrome. And just maximize the power from this plant. Alright. Alright, where's that last radar dish?
My office was visited by a group of CIA agents today, Presidente. I can tell you that the meeting was not a pleasant one.
They were asking about some radar dishes on an island that they think are accepting their coded singles. I told them that's just a big misunderstanding and that Presidente's radar dishes are only there to monitor toucan migration patterns. I think you owe me one, Presidente. More specifically, you owe me one luxury liner, since I just love sailing. Those CIA operatives mean business. If I were you, I would start building that ship immediately. Well, that's not really a problem. Luxury liner. If I can plonk it down. There it goes.
Presidente, this is terrible. A new, even more horrible virus has stricken the island. This time the disease turns people into penultimo. I mean, into me. I mean, into an exact copy of me, but less handsome.
This is so confusing, Presidente. As a side effect from the virus, the infected people become lazy and their work efficiency drops. I wonder why that is. We must find a cure quickly, Presidente, before I get hopelessly lost in the sea of penultimo lookalikes. 10 citizens become penultimo each year. Infected citizens have their job skills reduced.
It's never boring with you, is it, Presidente? I see that you have a severe case of multiple penultimo disorder on your hands.
I might be able to devise a cure, but I will need a lot of chemicals for my experiments. The chemical plants should supply me with all the ingredients I need. In the meantime, I've made a special contraption that tracks and shows the infected citizens are doing. Just for fun. Alright, so I just need to export chemicals. That's fine, because I'm already doing that. So this should be going relatively quickly. Yay!
I would be proud to die in a modern communist Tropican hospital, Comrade Presidente.
Our healthcare reform is completed at last. Healthcare buildings may now serve as more visitors from now on. Well, sweet. Alright, come on. Export those chemicals. And finish building those farms if you can, at some point, really. Certainly not all the penultimos are in the construction offices, are they?
Comrade, I have a secret.
Actually, that's fine. I'll just turn that on. It's not like I have that much quests going on. Alright. Here should the next ship should be on the way. So nobody lives in here. Yeah, almost nobody lives in those old tenements. Ooh, the Diamond Cathedral. I'll admit, it's a beautiful building. The purpose is a bit unclear to me, but it's a beautiful building. Always with the beeping at my face. Stop it with the beeping. You know what? I am getting a little tired of having to wait for everything. Let's just finish building all the stuff.
Dear Tropicans, join me in taking a moment of silence, because I have a horrible hangover from a girls' night out at the cocktail bar last night. In unrelated news, Penultimo is suffering from a moderate concussion caused by blinking too loud near me.
Alright. And let's just put a few more metro stations over on the island. Wherever I think they are needed. Well, everyone wants money today. I feel like I'm playing Imperium Galactica. With the Bag for Money simulator. Alright, hopefully there's some chemicals in this batch. That bauxite deposit has been depleted. Alright, more tourists. Alright, come on, have enough chemicals. Aww, drat. Alright, fine, next batch. No imports from China. I'm not entirely sure I'm importing anything from China, so I don't think that's a problem. Alright, so far so good. Yeah, only the job quality is really suffering a bit. I know what, let's bring the Pope over.
I want to know what those beasts are doing in our country. The spitting, vile fiends. One of them bit me on my way here.
Oh, you mean those cute, cuddly camels. I think a foreign dignitary sends them as a token of the good relations between our countries.
Are you telling me there was no chemicals? Come on, produce chemicals faster. And you know what, I'm just going along with the episode until I've got the chemicals exported. And when we've fended off another volcano attack. Yeah. Let's build some more gardens. Or build some gardens anyway. Alright, come on.
Presidente, did you?
Yeah, I did know, because it's already done that once before, Penultimo. It's your memory that's a little bit short. Alright, so some buildings will have caught on fire. As long as it's not the docks, then I'm fine with that. And the cathedral is finished. It's fundraising right now.
This, Sonny, is the internet.
Really? Gosh, well, why doesn't it have any cables?
Because it's wireless, of course, and because the Tropicans steal cables all the time.
Alright. And of course none of my dock workers are anywhere near a car. They must have all turned into Penultimo. Come on, come on, come on. Yay! Did that do it?
Someone is trying to sabotage us, Presidente. The cure I made was stolen right out from under our noses.
I can prepare another batch, but first we need to find the thief and make sure that it doesn't happen again. My lab's security is impenetrable, so this can only be an inside job. Perhaps Presidente, we will know a way of obtaining the information. Perhaps Presidente will know a way of obtaining the information we need to expose our culprit. Yes, indeed I do. I'll just wiretap. Alright, is there anything still burning?
I've gone through the intelligence that your secret police acquired and came to a startling realization.
The man responsible for sabotaging our plans is none other than Penultimo himself. I was very puzzled by this turn of events and secretly ran a full medical check on our friend. It turns out the Penultimo we have rescued is yet another clone. This means that the real Penultimo is still missing. We've captured the imposter and he's ready for questioning. In the meantime, administer the cure to the island's water system, so the strange disease that's been plaguing us should stop spreading any further.
Hey, don't torture my dear Penultimo. He might be a clone, but he still has feelings. I have a better idea how we can make him talk.
Let's organize a balloon fair and get him on one of the hot air balloons. I know for certain that the real Penultimo is terrified of heights, so his clone must be as well. After a 24-hour-long balloon ride marathon, he should be so frightened he will willingly tell us the real Penultimo's location. Yeah, sure. But first we'll need the attractions for that. So I'll just build them. Let's get this balloon ride fully maximized, because I can. Right, balloon fair, go on.
Our bird finally talked, Presidente. There was some crying involved, but the clone imposter gave us the location of the real Penultimo.
He is in a maximum security military compound, so getting to him will not be easy. We must organize a strike force consisting of our most skilled operatives. I will personally lead them in the battle. Failure is not an option. For our friend, for Penultimo. Alright, we need to assemble the strike squad. And While I find your dedication endearing. Really? For Penultimo? No, not an army base. Just get me all this. And just modernize the military, because why not?
Carpe the diem, Presidente.
Yeah, sure, I'll build a golden statue of myself. Make this place real pretty. Alright, let's see. Yeah, let's get some special diplomas going. And let's speed up the whole shtick by going for bunkers. Right, let's see. Alright, one more. Can't get any more of those. Let's just get another bunker then.
After a thorough interrogation, my secret police concluded that we have indeed rescued the real Penultimo this time. I have to confess that I missed his simple-minded and optimistic attitude toward everything. Even his constant flattery has been helpful and somehow calming at times. Penultimo was able to eavesdrop on his captors, which yielded some interesting information. It seems that they received their orders from Piedra Island. More importantly, it turns out that I was right all along. These men and their masters have been working against Tropico all this time.
Shock horror. Well, that's it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.